Okay, here we are with Drunk Guitar, take 3. There's a bit of we thought we'd started recording, and we thought that we hadn't been recording, but we had. But it doesn't matter. Here we go, starting from scratch. So we're going with we're sponsored by Cooper's Stout. I should mention once again. And our thing is beyond the blues scale, right? So it's for people that want to get their guitar playing happening beyond just your dodgy blues scale business. So there's a certain level of knowledge that you'll need to have to start with, otherwise we're in intermediate guitar lesson world. So you need to be able to play a 12-bar blues in A. Right? So you've got this. That sort of thing, right? Maybe you do like that, etc. So you need to know ninth chords as well. Just one of them. And also you need to know the minor pentatonic, your blues scale. If you're up to date on that, then we can get started. So it's a fine step. So people tend to just sort of they'll play over a 12-bar just using that scale. And all the way through, which is okay. I mean, it'll sort of half cut it, but it'll sound more like you know what you're doing if you change the notes according to the chord that you're playing over. So you got these ones, and they don't really work over a D chord, So it's just not quite right. So the trick is to, when you hit D, then you start thinking about being in D, right? And if you look at a D chord, you have like a D9 here, and a natural looking sort of D, and you can get this sort of thing. So if you play that when you hit the D chord, it'll sound like you know what you're doing, which is the point of the exercise. And E as well, which is our third chord. So with those couple and using the blues scale as your sort of your fallback position, you can get through this thing sounding like a musician. And what you really want to do to practice it is to you should play and it should sound. You should be able to hear the chord changes without somebody else playing their chords. So your notes should indicate the chords, like hopefully like so. So you got this. D. We'll go again. Sort of something like that.
But now
we are a couple of drinks into it now. We'll do the thing with the blues again, right? So, what all we mean is that you need to think about the chord that you're playing. Think about rather than just thinking about the note. you need to always think about what chord you're on and the notes that are in the chord. And so you can get a long way through still sticking with your blues scale, but just thinking about the chord. So, like, you've got your blues scale doing this. And when you get to D, you need to think, yeah. And that note is not in your blues scale, but it's in your D chord. And so you can use that. And then when you're in E, see these notes? All these notes are usable. So from the top. Ignore that bit, it's a bit fancy. E. D. So something like that. Can you turn it off?